It was, yeah, it's a great book. I love the character of Charlie in the book. Robert Lytell. Oh, I forgot. I'll clear that up in a second. Yeah, that character was, fascinating. It was from the Cold War era, and we adapted it for a modern audience. And I just loved how cerebral and ingenious and clever he was.
I guess when it comes to adapting the existing story and putting modern spins in it, as a producer, you might have had more of a say of how we do adapt things. What, as a producer and an actor in this, were you most proud to bring to this project? What can you look at and be like, oh, that was me?
I would like to think that there were moments we were not going to shoot in the UK predominantly, and being able to shoot in London was, a backdrop that I thought would enhance the film exponentially, and being able to call on people that I have always wanted to work with, one of which is this human being. Yeah, to work with Laurence has been a lifelong dream of mine, and I saw that come to fruition.
Well, hey, let's continue this love and throw the compliments around. How did you find Rami as a scene partner and as a collaborator in this project?
Well, I've always wanted to work with Rami since I first saw his work, and he is absolutely singular. There's nobody like him, and he has this ability. I mean, there's nothing he can't play, and that's where the joy is. It's like when you get to play with somebody who can play any style, any genre, it's really the best of everything. So for me, I'm somebody who's a fan of the Cold War movie. So some of my favorite movies are The Ipcress Files and The Spy Who Came In From the Cold. And so, being able to shoot here in London, this kind of genre, but also so being in London gives you sort of a bit of the old Cold War feel, and then also the other locations, whether it's Marseille or Istanbul or Langley, gives you that sort of global scale. And then you're dealing with somebody who's in the world of espionage and spycraft, and they're an absolute amateur. So we start from the ground up and you build from there. It's really amazing.
I love the idea of the training that you two must have gone through for this, because, ultimately, at the end of the day, you're doing the same job, but you're the pro, you're the amateur. Does that make your training easier because it's supposed to look more raw and a bit unfinessed?
I think people take for granted how difficult it is to actually shoot a weapon, to fire a weapon, the recoil on it, and right. If you let your hand go while you pull that trigger, it is going to affect your body in a way, and
hurt you.
It will hurt you. You will blink. It will hurt your ears. So I think there's a realism to this film that you don't usually see. It won't hurt you because you've done it so many times. But
you'd be surprised.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder that because we've seen you perform in fantastic action films over the years. Are you at this stage where you can come in and be like, I know what I'm doing, guys? Or did you have to do the refresher, the training, and become a pro for this?
I have a lot of experience with stuff, so I do know to a certain extent what to expect. And if, scenes are written in a particular way, you can get an idea of what's expected of you. But you always need to be teachable in these situations because you're dealing with stuff that is potentially dangerous, whether it's handling a weapon or whether it's doing a fight or whether it's crossing the street and a car is going to be coming at you. Or driving. It can all be very dangerous, so you have to be teachable.
This is a wonderful international film, and I understand you two got to shoot a lot of scenes across the world. What's going to be the favourite memory of time that you spent together in the various locations that you had? What's the night that you guys look at and be like, oh, that was fun?
I think that...
You want to say it? I was going to say it.
Go on.
It's going to be the night when we get the news that we're making the sequel.
Oh, yes.
That's going to be the night. That's the one we're going to remember.
We want to keep this relationship going as long as possible.
For the audience. I think the audience is really going to respond to this relationship that we have in the film, and we'd like to explore that a little further.
Yeah.
I agree. Also, as I mentioned, we do film on location quite a lot. We're going around the world. Do you think that brings something which audiences will be able to feel? That, you know, we're not on a set, a sound stage somewhere. We're in these actual locations. What does that bring to the film?
Well, we have this great director, James Hawes, who he did Slow Horses, which so many people fell in love with, and it wasn't the traditional landscape that you see backdrop of London. So yes, we have St. Pancras, but there are, you know, a number of other places all over the world that you can recognize, maybe won't recognize, but it gives you that feeling of a massive global scale, and then putting this guy, this amateur, this small cog in the wheel at the center makes it feel really human and relatable and quite scary. But imbues you, hopefully, as an audience member, with a sense of power that maybe you could be like Charlie.
Yeah.
How do you rank your time working with one of ours, James Hawes? Obviously, he's had a brilliant back catalogue of TV credits, and he's just kind of entering the film world. How would you rate him as a director? What was your experience?
James is exceptional. I mean, he's very, very well prepared, first of all, and he's incredibly smart. I mean, there's no sentimentality to him. He's like, how do we really cut to the marrow of this thing? How do we get to the bones of it? And that's really, you know, I think his greatest strength is he's so prepared, but he's also really invested in telling the story in the best possible way.
Obviously, you guys are asked to do a lot and you go a lot of places, but is there a piece of direction which James gave you which really sticks with you from this? Like, I love hearing directors shout the most peculiar of things. Like, do you have any of those peculiar moments that he shouted at you?
The thing about James is he's not a shouter.
Oh, interesting.
That's what's really, really nice, is that he can communicate well. You know, he doesn't need to shout. He doesn't need to raise his voice. He raises his words, and that's really wonderful.
I recently went skiing for the first time, and I was rubbish. And I realized, I am the amateur in this situation. When's the last time you had something in your lives where you're like, here's me, I'm the amateur today?
Ooh, every time I open a computer, son. Every time I open a computer.
You don't have to then. Just leave it. Just get rid of it.
Okay. Just chuck it.
Just chug it. Oh, you're Siri for whatever. No. I think I had the same experience skiing at one point. I think I am. I'm not the. I thought I'd be better at that.
It's hard.
I grew up in Los Angeles. I thought I'd be better at surfing. You want to be able to do that?
Okay.
That's supposed to be cool,
just
right?
turn on a little Beach Boys radio, and you're good.
And I'm good to go. Yeah. How hard could that be?
Right? Just walking on water.
Yeah, that's it.
And finally, for me, we're showing this movie across the world, but to UK and Irish audiences. Why will UK and Irish audiences love The Amateur?
Because most of it was shot in the UK.
We made sure to shoot it here. I wanted to make sure it was shot here, especially. Doing Bohemian Rhapsody here was an extraordinary experience. Bond, and now this. I hope that list keeps growing and growing, and that we get to bring this one back together here in London.
Yeah.
We do. Gents, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, James.
Appreciate you.
All right.
Thank you.
Have a great one, man.
Appreciate
Later.
it.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey, you guys!
Hey, you guys.
Hey, that's what they all say.
Hey, you guys.
Hey,